Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the special all-female episode of The Bold and the Beautiful that celebrates Women's History Month and Heather Tom's remarkable 35th anniversary in soap operas. In this emotionally charged episode, we witness the complex dynamics of mother-daughter relationships unfolding across different storylines. The Logan family moments bring together sisters Katie and Donna as they reminisce about their own mother, creating a poignant backdrop to the generational themes explored throughout the show. These reflective scenes add depth to the episode's focus on maternal bonds and sisterhood, showcasing how family memories shape our present relationships. The heartwarming conclusion between Hope and Brooke demonstrates the resilience of the mother-daughter bond despite their heated argument. After nearly striking her mother in anger, Hope ultimately breaks down in Brooke's embrace, tearfully apologizing and reaffirming her love. This powerful reconciliation scene, facilitated by Katie's timely intervention, illustrates how even the most damaged relationships can heal through vulnerability and forgiveness. The emotional catharsis they experience together serves as a reminder that beneath anger often lies hurt and a desire for connection. Katie's optimistic prediction about Hope and Brooke's ability to work through their differences provides a hopeful perspective on conflict resolution within families. Her wisdom and peacekeeping efforts highlight her role as the family mediator, someone who can see beyond the immediate tension to the underlying love that binds them. This moment of insight offers viewers a chance to reflect on their own family conflicts and the possibility of reconciliation. The explosive confrontation between Hope and Brooke represents the central conflict of the episode. Their argument escalates dramatically as Hope hurls personal insults about Brooke's romantic history, particularly criticizing her mother's persistent pursuit of Ridge. Meanwhile, Brooke shows little sympathy for Hope's professional setbacks and relationship troubles with Carter Walton, instead suggesting that Hope's own actions led to these consequences. The tension reaches its peak when Brooke demands Hope leave her house, nearly resulting in physical violence that's only prevented by Katie's quick intervention. In stark contrast to the Logan family drama, Taylor and Steffy Forrester celebrate their victories at the Cliff House. Their jubilant mood stems from both their corporate success and Ridge Forrester's decision to choose Taylor over Brooke. Their celebration includes dancing, laughter, and even sharing milkshakes. Simple joys that highlight their close relationship during this triumphant period. The visual imagery of mother and daughter dancing carefree represents the happiness they've found after periods of struggle. The episode's unique structure, featuring an all-female cast, allows for focused exploration of the different mother-daughter dynamics within the show's universe. Heather Tom's triple role as writer, director, and actor brings an authentic feminine perspective to these relationships, creating scenes that resonate with emotional truth. The deliberate choice to center women's stories honors both Women's History Month and Tom's significant contribution to the soap opera genre over her 35-year career. This special Friday episode on March 28th brings together beloved characters including Brooke Logan, Hope Logan, Taylor Hayes, Steffy Forrester, Katie Logan, and Donna Logan. By removing male characters from this particular storyline, the show creates space for deeper examination of female relationships and the unique bonds between mothers and daughters. The contrasting emotional states, Taylor and Steffy's elation versus Hope and Brooke's conflict, provide a compelling study in how different mother-daughter pairs navigate life's challenges and triumphs. The corporate victory mentioned in Taylor and Steffy's celebration adds a professional dimension to their joy, suggesting that their business success is intertwined with their personal happiness. This subplot reminds viewers of the powerful positions these women hold in their professional lives, even as they experience personal upheavals and celebrations. Their ability to savor this moment together strengthens their bond and positions them as ascendant figures in the ongoing saga. Next, we will learn about the intense emotional fallout at Forrester Creations following the dramatic corporate power shift that has left relationships shattered and new possibilities emerging from the ashes of betrayal. The unexpected connection. Carter and Daphne. In the quiet aftermath of corporate warfare, we find Carter Walton sitting alone in the design office, his usual confident replaced by a profound melancholy that seems to weigh down his broad shoulders. The executive's fingers trace the outline of Hope's photograph, a tangible reminder of what he's sacrificed in the name of integrity. The elegant office that once represented his professional triumph now feels like a gilded cage, housing only his regrets and second thoughts. The memory of Daphne's earlier warning about Hope's manipulative nature flashes through his mind, a prophecy fulfilled in the most painful way possible. Carter's internal conflict is written across his face. Did he make the right choice in choosing truth over love? The question hangs in the air, unanswered and perhaps unanswerable. As if summoned by his thoughts, Daphne appears in the doorway, her Parisian sophistication a stark contrast to the emotional disarray of the room. Her entrance is quiet but impactful, like a breath of fresh air in a space heavy with regret. "Are you okay?" she asks, though the answer is plainly visible in his troubled expression. "Not really," Carter admits, his usual polished veneer cracking to reveal the wounded man beneath. "Hope believes I betrayed her and wants nothing to do with me." The words fall from his lips with the weight of finality, each syllable a testament to his loss. Daphne's response comes with a casual shrug that belies the depth of her understanding. Her loss, she offers. Not unkindly, it takes courage to face your wrongs and do what's right. There's something refreshing about her straightforwardness, a quality that stands in stark contrast to the emotional labyrinth Carter has been navigating with Hope. The revelation that follows shifts the atmosphere in the room entirely. "I was going to go back to Paris," Daphne confesses, her voice softening with vulnerability rarely displayed in the cutthroat fashion world. "But I can't leave now because I've never met a man like you, Carter Walton." The compliment lands with unexpected weight on Carter's shoulders. His appreciation is genuine but tempered by his emotional state. "I can't tell you how much I appreciate that," he responds, the words inadequate for the gratitude he feels for her support. "But I'm really messed up right now." His frustration bubbles to the surface as he laments the Foresters' broken promise, a complaint that Daphne gently but firmly redirects. "After you broke their trust," she reminds him, not accusatory but matter of fact. "But you did the right thing." Carter's self-deprecation, "I'm not this good guy," is met with Daphne's unwavering belief in his character. She sees in him what he cannot currently see in himself. "The Foresters gave you a second chance because they see what I see, a remarkable man full of integrity." His admission of heartbreak prompts perhaps her most insightful observation. "It's broken because you gave it to the wrong person." The statement hangs between them, both challenge and comfort. Daphne's perspective offers a new framework for Carter's pain. "Hope left you, you need to leave her too," she advises, acknowledging the difficulty while encouraging forward movement. Her assurance that he's carried his guilt long enough speaks to a deeper understanding of Carter's nature, his tendency to shoulder responsibility, sometimes at his own expense. When Carter questions if doing the right thing was worth losing hope, Daphne's response suggests she sees something he doesn't yet, that what feels like loss might actually be liberation. "You should feel free like a weight has lifted," she tells him. And when he admits he doesn't, her simple "you will" carries the quiet confidence of someone who has witnessed transformation before. "I'm here for you," she promises, and their embrace transcends the professional boundaries that typically define Forrester Creations relationships. In this moment of vulnerability, a new connection forms, one built not on manipulation or corporate maneuvering, but on mutual respect and understanding. Hope's bitter disappointment. Earlier that day, the cabin that once represented Hope's sanctuary had become the battleground for her relationship with Carter. The rustic charm of the space, with its warm wooden beams and natural light, stood in stark contrast to the cold fury emanating from Hope Logan as she confronted the man she believed had betrayed her most profoundly. "I never thought Carter, of all people, would betray me," she had declared, her voice trembling with the particular pain that comes from unexpected betrayal. The statement carried layers of meaning, an acknowledgement of Carter's previously unimpeachable reputation for loyalty, and the heightened sting of betrayal from someone she had come to trust implicitly. Carter's defense came from a place of genuine emotion, his normally composed demeanor cracking under the weight of her accusation. "He knows she's hurting," he reminded her, speaking of himself in the third person, as if trying to create distance from his own actions, "but he's been by her side this entire time. He risked everything because he loves her." Hope's counter-argument cut straight to what she perceived as hypocrisy. "You threw it all away." The simplicity of her statement belied the complexity of emotions behind it. Disappointment, anger, and beneath it all, a profound sense of abandonment. Carter's insistence that it was time to make things right revealed the fundamental disconnect between them. What he saw as moral rectitude, she experienced as personal betrayal. Her bitter observation, "I guess that means you getting to keep your position while I lose mine," highlighted the uneven consequences they faced, feeding her sense of injustice. His promise to fix that rang hollow against the magnitude of what she had lost, prompting his plea that what they have is bigger than Forrester, and his impassioned, "We can't give up on it." The desperation in his voice suggested he was only beginning to realize the true cost of his decision. Hope's ultimatum cut to the heart of their conflict. "If you ever cared for me, or about us, you would have walked out of there with me today. In her mind, loyalty to her should have superseded all other considerations, including ethics, professional obligations, and personal integrity. Carter's suggestion that Ridge and Eric might intercede on her behalf revealed his fundamental misunderstanding of the situation. Hope's scathing response, "They're not going to listen to you after what you did. They only kept you because their egos are too big to believe their good little soldier betrayed them. It's easier to blame me," exposed the bitter truth she perceived, that institutional power would always protect its own at the expense of outsiders like herself. His apology, simple, direct, and seemingly heartfelt, met with her cutting retort, "No, you're not. You had a chance to stand with me today, and you chose that family instead." In those words lay the essence of Hope's worldview, that love should trump all other considerations, including ethical obligations. The fundamental incompatibility of their value systems had never been more apparent than in this moment of reckoning. Steffy's triumph and concern. Meanwhile, in the design office, Steffy Forrester was experiencing a very different kind of day. The sleek, modern space hummed with the energy of victory as she shared the good news with Daphne, her satisfaction palpable in every gesture and expression. She wasn't supposed to fall for Carter, Steffy confided, her concern for her friend evident despite her triumph over Hope. The comment revealed Steffy's protective nature. Even in victory, she worried about those in her circle. Daphne's simple acknowledgement of Carter as an amazing man carried undertones of admiration that hinted at her own growing feelings for him. Steffy's response, hoping he remained amazing after all of Hope's manipulations, revealed her perspective on the situation, that Hope was the corrupting influence, not the victim she portrayed herself to be. The arrival of Dr. Finn transformed the atmosphere instantly, his kiss a reminder of the stable, loving relationship that roams Steffy amid corporate turbulence. "It's an amazing day for the company," she told him, her professional satisfaction merging seamlessly with personal happiness in a way that had always eluded Hope. The news that the LLC papers were torn up and they have Forrester back represented more than a victory. It was the restoration of family legacy, the righting of a perceived wrong. Daphne's acknowledgement that this was thanks to Carter underscored the pivotal role he had played in this resolution, further complicating the emotional landscape. Steffy's observation about Hope, "She didn't show an ounce of remorse. She always plays the victim," revealed the fundamental difference in how the two women were perceived within the Forrester circle. Where Hope saw herself as wronged, Steffy saw a pattern of manipulation and self-deception. Daphne's agreement, "Couldn't agree more," established her alignment with the Forrester perspective, positioning her firmly in Steffy's camp rather than Hope's. Her hasty exit to check on something prompted Steffy's knowing tease, "Something or someone," suggesting that Steffy had already noticed Daphne's interest in Carter, perhaps seeing in it a potential healing relationship after the damage Hope had caused. The triangle, Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. The most explosive confrontation, however, was unfolding in the main office of Forrester Creations. The elegant space, with its panoramic views of Los Angeles and tasteful design elements, became the stage for a timeless triangle as Taylor, Brooke, and Ridge enacted the latest chapter in their decades-long emotional saga. Taylor's measured advice to Brooke, that Ridge had moved on and it would be healthy for her to do the same, carried the professional authority of her psychiatric training alongside the personal stake of a woman who had repeatedly lost and regained the man they both loved. Her calm delivery belied the emotional investment behind her words. Brooke's response ignored Taylor entirely, focusing instead on Ridge with an intensity that bordered on desperation. "I'm your Logan, the love of your life, just like you're the love of mine," she declared. The familiar endearment, both claim and reminder of their shared history. Her plea to move past this and get back to building our future revealed her strategy, to treat their separation as a temporary aberration rather than a meaningful choice. "I need you to come home. Just come back to me where you belong," she continued, framing Ridge's return not as a choice but as an inevitability, a correction of an unnatural state. The possessive language, "come back to me where you belong," spoke volumes about how she conceptualized their relationship. Taylor's reaction, shaking her head in disbelief, communicated volumes without words. Her subsequent observation that she had hoped Brooke might have found a bit of class over the years carried the weariness of someone who had witnessed the same pattern play out repeatedly, always with the same disappointing result. Her accusation that Brooke was always throwing herself at Ridge named the behavior that everyone saw but rarely addressed directly. The connection she drew between this personal behavior and Brooke's professional opportunism, the only reason she's there is because she took the CEO position at Forrester, once again showing her true colors, suggested a pattern of self-interest that transcended any single domain of Brooke's life. Brooke's defense, that she took the position to convince Carter he was wrong, attempted to reframe her actions as selfless rather than self-serving. Her declaration that now Ridge is back and this horrible chapter is behind them revealed her selective perception of events, focusing only on the elements that supported her desired narrative. Her repeated insistence that they needed to be together and move forward, and her certainty that this was what Ridge wanted to exposed the fundamental disconnect at the heart of their relationship. Brooke's inability to distinguish between her desires and reality. Her final appeal, tell me that's what you want too, placed Ridge at the center of a decision that would determine not just his future, but the emotional trajectories of both women who loved him. The question hung in the air unanswered within the scene, but carrying the weight of decades of history, choices made and unmade, hearts broken and mended. In this moment, the three characters stood frozen in a tableau as old as the show itself, a triangle of love, ambition, and history that has defined The Bold and the Beautiful since its inception. The corporate drama of Forrester Creations provided merely the backdrop for this timeless emotional struggle, where the real stakes were not financial, but deeply personal. Who would find happiness, and who would be left to rebuild from heartbreak once again? Next, we will learn about the potential romantic revolution brewing for Brooke Logan, as fans clamor for a refreshing twist in her love life that could shake the very foundations of The Bold and the Beautiful's long-standing romantic dynamic. A new chapter for Brooke. In the sun-drenched world of Los Angeles' fashion elite, where passions run as hot as the California sun, a whisper of change is in the air. Brooke Logan, the eternal flame at the heart of The Bold and the Beautiful's most enduring love triangle, may be on the cusp of a transformation that could redefine her character and electrify viewers. For decades, Brooke has been caught in the gravitational pull of Ridge Forrester, their on-again, off-again relationship a constant in the ever-shifting sands of daytime drama. But as the tides of viewer sentiment shift, there's a growing chorus calling for Brooke to break free from this cycle and embark on a journey of self-discovery and new love. The speculation gaining traction among fans is nothing short of revolutionary. Brooke Logan, paired with a significantly younger man. This isn't just idle gossip. It's a potential storyline that could inject fresh energy into the show and provide Brooke with the character development many believe she desperately needs. The appeal of youth. Why a younger man for Brooke? The reasons are as multifaceted as a designer diamond. First and foremost, it represents a clean break from the Ridge-Taylor-Brooke triangle that has dominated storylines for years. A younger partner would symbolize Brooke's willingness to step into a new chapter of her life, one where she's not defined by her relationship with Ridge. Moreover, a younger lover could bring out a different side of Brooke. Imagine the vivacious, confident Brooke we know, but reinvigorated by the attention and passion of someone who sees her with fresh eyes, unencumbered by decades of history and baggage. This could be an opportunity for the character to rediscover aspects of herself long overshadowed by her tumultuous relationship with Ridge. The contrast between a youthful paramour and Ridge Forrester would be stark and compelling. Where Ridge often appears indecisive and torn between Brooke and Taylor, a younger man might offer Brooke the kind of unwavering devotion and single-minded pursuit that she's been craving. This could serve as a powerful reminder to Brooke of her own worth, independent of Ridge's validation. Stirring the pot. Of course, such a development wouldn't just impact Brooke. The ripple effects across the B&B universe would be seismic. Ridge, accustomed to being the center of Brooke's world, would likely find himself grappling with jealousy and insecurity. The man who has long held the power in their relationship might suddenly find the tables turned, forced to confront the reality that Brooke has options beyond him. This jealousy could manifest in fascinating ways. We might see Ridge making impulsive decisions, perhaps rushing into a commitment with Taylor only to regret it later, or he might redouble his efforts to win Brooke back, finally forced to make a definitive choice between the women in his life. Taylor, too, would be affected. Would she see Brooke's new relationship as an opportunity to solidify her place with Ridge, or would she recognize it as a fleeting distraction? The dynamics between these three characters, already complex, would evolve in unpredictable and dramatic ways. Fan reactions and expectations. The Bold and the Beautiful's devoted fan base is nothing if not passionate, and the idea of Brooke with a younger man has ignited spirited discussions across social media and fan forums. Many viewers express enthusiasm for the potential storyline, seeing it as a chance for Brooke to assert her independence and grow as a character. Brooke needs to remember who she is without Ridge, one fan commented. A younger man could be just the thing to remind her of her own strength and appeal. Others are excited about the dramatic possibilities. Imagine the looks on Ridge and Taylor's faces when Brooke walks in with a hot young guy on her arm. Another viewer mused, "That's the kind of scene I tune in for." However, not all fans are on board with the idea. Some worry that it might reduce Brooke's character to a stereotype, or that it could be a temporary fix for a deeper issue. Brooke doesn't need a man, young or old, to define her, argued one longtime viewer. What she needs is to focus on herself and her own goals. The broader impact. Beyond the immediate drama, a storyline featuring Brooke with a younger lover could address broader themes relevant to modern audiences. It could explore societal double standards regarding age gaps in relationships, challenge preconceptions about women of a certain age, and delve into the complexities of starting over in midlife. Such a plot could also provide opportunities for the bold and the beautiful to introduce new characters and dynamics. A younger love interest for Brooke might come with his own backstory, family connections, and professional aspirations, all of which could intertwine with existing storylines in intriguing ways. The road ahead. As fans eagerly anticipate what's next for Brooke Logan, the show's writers and producers face the challenge of crafting a storyline that honors the character's history while pushing her in new directions. Whether or not Brooke ultimately finds love with a younger man, the mere possibility has sparked a renewed interest in her character arc. The coming weeks and months promise to be exciting for B&B viewers. Will Brooke finally break free from the fells of indecision with Ridge? Will she find happiness on her own terms, whether that includes a new romance or not? And how will these developments affect the intricate web of relationships that define the bold and the beautiful? One thing is certain, fans will be tuning in daily, eager to see how this potential new chapter in Brooke Logan's life unfolds. In the world of daytime drama, where love, betrayal, and redemption are the currency of storytelling, Brooke's journey promises to be nothing short of spectacular. As the sun sets over Los Angeles and the lights dim on the Forrester Creations offices, the stage is set for drama, passion, and perhaps a bold new direction for one of daytime television's most enduring characters. The possibilities are as endless as the California horizon, and for Brooke Logan, the best may be yet to come.